Well, it's not a political act, this film, and it's not attempting to throw a hand grenade at Donald Trump. It's an attempt to render an accurate portrayal and sort of hold the mirror up to nature, to explore his relationship with Roy Cohn and how he became the man we know him to be today.
Give me more details. What don't you like? Cufflinks scene, the rape scene, the scene where you go and have dinner. Okay. Joke aside, obviously, I see two things. I'm like, okay, it's funny that he does that 1 a.m. as he's like trying to become the leader of the free world, and it's bullshit. This old habit, he keeps bullshitting about, and he keeps threatening people. And he wants to push people around. I'm not going to be bullied.
And it's really difficult for us to discuss him now as a human being, right? Or perhaps to see him from all angles. But I think it's valuable and it's important because, unfortunately, monsters of all kinds can be very charming. They can be very seductive. They could have qualities that people aspire to, and it would be ignorant of us not to include the way people viewed him in the 80s, which many viewed him as a hero. A lot of people still do, and I think it's important that we ask ourselves why, and when seeing the movie, the question that we need to walk away with is, do you trust this person?
Well, I'm pleased he's paying attention to the movie. Not surprised that he attacked it. It's the 3 rules that he learns in the movie. The first rule is attack, attack, attack. So in a certain way, it sort of validates the movie. And we want everybody to see the movie, whether you like it or hate it. It's great to just have a conversation about it. It's not it's not written as politics. So I don't know what the political outcome could be. I think it's a really important character study that Americans, the whole world should see, but Americans specifically, because we're voting in a month. And then make your own decisions. We make the movie, you decide. Yeah.
Well, the thing is that it's so technical, and it's obviously, when you're trying to play a real person, you want to get their tics, their mannerisms, their way of speaking, and it's not natural. And you just have to kind of practice it, very much like you're learning an instrument every day, more and more, and then eventually you can do it in your sleep. So. I kind of liken it to a relationship. Do you ever hear when they say, when you break up with somebody, they say, how long have you been in the relationship? And you're like, 2 years. And they're like, it's going to take 2 years to get over it.
That's great. Thank you so much. It's been very interesting. It's been very interesting because, relationships like theirs, it's both universal in a lot of ways, yet it's very strange. It's like power dynamics. They're like twins in a lot of ways. They're both equally ambitious. They're both equally opportunistic. They're both equally outspoken. Maybe in the beginning, Ivanka has been more bold and more confident, which from my point of view, helped him become more confident. But it's been interesting to see, because I believe in the beginning there's been a real love story, and how things changed throughout the years when people start to believe too much in themselves and decide that, I don't need that person anymore, I'm going to dismiss it. It's been interesting to explore it, because it's like a tragedy. It's like Shakespearean play. It wasn't our intention. It wasn't our intention to come out now. We premiered in Cannes back in May, and all of us were hoping to have the movie out as soon as possible, because honestly, and I don't think I'm being subjective, I think I'm objective, I think it's a good movie. I think it's a very entertaining look into New York back in the 70s, 80s with these colorful people. So it's a much bigger picture than just a movie about Trump.
I just wonder, first of all, what struck you about Roy Cohn as you kind of delved into him?
I honestly didn't know if he would ever sort of weigh in on it. It's kind of all a dangerous game. He used language that he's been using, but it's language that references really dark moments in history. The phrase human scum was used by Hitler and Stalin and Kim Jong and Bolsonaro and Putin, and I find it really unsettling that the presidential candidate in the United States is using phraseology like that, and I feel a bit in the line of fire with this movie. But I think art needs to speak truth to power, And this isn't a sensationalistic piece. It's an attempt to give a very accurate portrait of him and his relationship with Roy Cohn, which I think it does. It's tricky. I mean, yes, I think it could be a good thing for the film, and I think it's a troubling and upsetting thing for the world. Roy Cohn, this film explores Cohn and his legacy and his sort of playbook. And Roy taught Donald Trump to always attack and to deny everything. And that's exactly what he did in his post yesterday. He attacked us. He denied the veracity of this movie. But the movie is based in historical fact. And I find it troubling that he continues to spread hatred and divisiveness, and it's a sad thing for our world. And I don't think the film is trying to demonize him even. I think it's a pretty accurate portrait of this relationship and this time.
Hello, this is Donald Trump from Mr. Cohn. Thank you so much.
Donald who?
Roy Cohn, nice to meet you.
The Roy Cohn from all the papers? Yeah, you're brutal.
Guilty as charged.
Roy Cohn is a crook. He's been indicted 3 times.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. People, they hire me because I'm a winner.
How do you win?
This is a movie, I understand the politics of the time that we're in, but this is a movie that actually is just focusing on him as a character. We're really looking at him as a person, given what we know so far. Everything in the film has been well documented and is there for research for anyone that wants to be curious. I think it's important for people to use their instinct and perhaps experience the film and maybe come away with something they didn't know. Not to mention, I have to say, but I have to say it, but it's really entertaining.
The first rule is the simplest. Attack, attack, attack.
It's going to be the finest building in the country, in the world. It's going to be spectacular.
Rule 2, admit nothing, deny everything.
You think you can beat the U.S. government?
Rule 3. No matter what happens, you claim victory and never admit defeat. I record everything in case I need it.
Well, that's illegal.
You have to be willing to do anything to anyone to win.
I mean, I'm happy that he's paying attention to the film. It means it's touching a nerve, and I mean, really the whole point of the movie is that it's not pro or con, it's for audiences to take what they want from it. So he hasn't seen the film as far as I can tell. But we've offered to screen it for him, and we'd love to. Ali has offered to sit down and watch it with him.
I'm not surprised, you know. There is a Trump fatigue, there is an election, there are serious stuff going on, but also like we have such a small budget to promote the movie, to market the movie. You know, we are the David in this match, so we really need Mr. Trump to do more tweets for us.
No, I'm not disappointed because this is only going to grow. You know, nobody went to see Fight Club when it came out, and we're still talking about it. And I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about this film in 10 years or 20 years' time.
Look at yourself, you're getting ugly.
Don't you forget, I made you.
We have a brand new campaign slogan. Let's make America great again.
Well, I like the again.